Easy.
You just
You're just like, oh, I just have stronger connections other ways.
you are deserving of somebody who is totally sure of what they want and what they have. He's not seeing that. He's not.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book 901. We're talking to you guys about, I guess, Love is Blind. I guess. No, we are talking about Love is Blind. I'm talking to you about season 5, episode 1. Look, it's crazy. Let's talk about a little bit about the Izzy and Lydia situation. I said, I don't think Lydia is not wanted by Izzy because I think he senses the crazy. Can't lie to you. I think he senses the crazy, and I think he knows that this woman is a little bit unhinged. Look, let me be real with you. I think watching it, I have only watched one episode. I have no clue what happens in any other episode. But just watching how she gave advice to Aaliyah about Uche told me that she's a whole freaking problem. You know what I mean? Like where the man becomes the issue all the time. And she spoke to, obviously, she was complaining obviously when Izzy politely, and he did it very politely, let her know, I'm letting you down gently. I have other strong connections. Now, the question was that she kept on always saying, why? I don't know. I keep having these situations where I don't know why these things keep happening. And I think whenever someone says they don't know why things keep happening to them in terms of people not wanting to be with them, I start questioning whether you're really paying attention. I start questioning whether you are not in the clouds and you're actually present in the moment, and whether you just want the relationship so bad. You want someone to love you so bad you're willing to ignore what's happening around you. You're not paying attention to what's actually coming your way. But we'll discuss it a little bit going forward in this particular video. If you're new to the channel, do me a massive favor, like it, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You get me? Listen, we're trying to get to 100K. We'd love for you guys to help us. In fact, I know you're going to help us get to 100K because you've been doing so already. And don't forget as well, subscribing to us, but join our membership. It's £1, a dollar. You can join our membership lives every other Tuesday. There's one this week coming up. And also as well, you can join our Patreon if you love talking about relationships or talking about TV shows and you need someone to discuss it. You know, you're burning, you want to just discuss this thing. That's what the Patreon's for. Come and join the Patreon, all right? The link is in the description box. Let's get into this video. Let's talk a little bit more about Izzy and Lydia's situation. All right, let's go.
For you, you still deserve to be loved. Okay? Don't let him do that to you.
All right, cool. So the reason why I show this part here is because, look, this led into, obviously, the fact that she then did the same thing for Aaliyah later on. And the advice that I felt like she gave to Aaliyah, I didn't like it. I felt like this advice was man-hating a little bit. Like, you know, men are the issue. Men, you know, men are the ones that are problematic. They're the ones that judge you. They're the ones that do this. And I didn't like that, right? Now, Izzy didn't do that for what we saw. What we saw with Izzy and her was that he politely let her know, listen, hey, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, I just have better connections elsewhere, unfortunately, you know, and I know it hurts to be rejected. It's painful. And sometimes people go through a lot more rejection than others do. That's a part of parcel of life, unfortunately. What is important is that you pay attention to why certain things are happening. There's a pattern of behavior. Why is it that it keeps happening to you? I think we have to be honest about it. This is not a dominant, this is not a random situation or a random effect. Things are actually happening to you. So we need to look and go, okay, wait, what's actually happening? Why does that keep happening to me? Why is it that every man, that you keep saying that men keep on having a situation with you and you're not sure why they disappear on you or why they don't like you or why they don't want you no more, why they don't want you? Gotta start paying attention. Maybe there's certain qualities within yourself. There's certain energy that you carry, a certain facade that you put on, a certain way that you carry yourself, the way you talk, the things you talk about potentially could be the issue, right? And learning how to tamper some of your behaviors, and that doesn't mean change. It means learning time and seasons when certain behaviors okay, some isn't. There's a lot of nuance that go into relationships that people don't realize. Now, there's going to be the honest truth. Some people are just not meant to be in a relationship. God has not ordained that their life will have a relationship. It's what it is. I can't do nothing about that. But there are always little things that people can change that begin to change the way that people are interacting with them. But let's go back to the Izzy and the Lydia situation as well, right?
Just develop connections with other girls that is stronger than the connection that I've had with you.
What do you think is missing?
It's just.
Now, of course, when he gets to this point, he starts and she asks, what does he think is missing? He just said, listen, simply it's the chemistry. Like, I'll be honest with you, I just connect better with other girls. That's it. Literally. Now, of course, I'm sure there's more to the story. I'm sure there's more to the story. I'm sure there's more to the story because the energy that the other girl was carrying is quite similar to Lydia's. Boisterous, out there, funny, all about that, right? But maybe for him, maybe he doesn't date Puerto Ricans. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe there's an accent. It's too much for him. Who knows? There are little things that happen that people don't particularly like. So yeah, I do understand her point in that regard, where it's like maybe some honesty would help in terms of understanding why this particular situation hasn't gone the way it's gone. Look, I've been in instances where I've been talking to a girl and suddenly the thing just ends. You know what I mean? No question, nothing. Or you get, or not even get blocked, you get ghosted. It happens. You know what I mean? But there are other experiences where you're like, actually, I've spoken to somebody, we got along, we've gone down that line, and it seems to work. Why did those things work? Why did other ones? Well, the truth matters, someone didn't like you. And sometimes people are trying to test waters. They're like, "Oh, you're good, but you know what? Right now, maybe you know what? Right now, you're not the one I'm looking at. You're a placeholder. You're there to help me in my time of need. Or you know what? I was considering options, but when I really deeped it, I looked at compatibility and the chemistry. When I judged it, finally, you wasn't the best option for me, and that's okay. Those situations are okay. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's play a bit more of the clip.
Just please tell me why. There has to be a reason.
I'm just like evaluating everything. I think it's just like the chemistry for me.
So the question about that, she's like, she has to be a why. And he said it's a chemistry for me. And reality of the situation is when we talk about chemistry, what we really mean is how slick is the connection, how easy is the connection, and how lubricated is the connection. I don't mean to put an image in your head, but how smooth is that interaction? That do I have to suffer to make this connection? And which one has the fastest connection out of all of you guys? Where do I feel my most comfortablest? Where do I feel my most freest? Where do I feel like somebody matches my energy, my vibe, and gives me exactly what I want? And that's not to do. That doesn't mean that she's bad. That doesn't mean that she's not great. That doesn't mean that she's not worthy. And that's why Aaliyah said what she said. And that's fair play. Can't hate on that, right? That's not a big deal. I totally understand that, right? Totally understand that.
I had no intent to make you feel this way.
He really didn't. I ain't gonna lie to you. Obi wasn't trying to do anything deadly. But this is also why we don't like men don't like being honest with women, because they start the waterworks, the crying, and then it's like, we reject you, and then it's just all mad. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying my species of men are any better because we can get violent. So let me not try to make between the two. There is no comparison. What we see men do when they get rejected, it's not what women do. But I'm just saying, in reality, deep in the situation, the tears, the waterworks, it makes it very difficult. As men, we're like, I don't want to have to deal with all the waterworks and the tears, and it's just too much. Like I said, I'm choosing somebody else. That's it. Like, and then she get the comments at the end saying, have a great day then, sir. And when you have the comment about, you go and enjoy the rest of your peoples, and it's like, oh, I don't want, babe, come on, leave, don't do that. You know what I mean? Don't do that. And then the whole remonstrating, I personally think when she says she has a whole lifetime, listen to this.
And here I am, even being vulnerable, being completely transparent with you. And again, I am left clueless. It doesn't make sense. I just don't understand. I just don't.
Look, whenever you feel like you don't understand something, like situations like this when it comes to dating, I'll tell you, go back to the origin point. I bet you if we listen to Lydia, there's some trauma there in childhood. See, sometimes people move on different planes, energy wise, spiritual, and they feel things, and sometimes that informs their thinking. And sometimes we won't even realize that we're doing that, but it's just not feeling right, or it's not feeling like the best one. A lot of times that when you don't know what's going on, there's something that's in the pipe drain that is causing issues with the water flow. And that usually is from the root, which is the childhood. I bet if we go back and we listen to Lydia and say, what's your childhood like? We're going to hear some shit. You know what I mean? We're going to hear some shit. Right? So in that space, the actual answer to this is to go back. It's go back to the very beginning and start to unpack some of the things that we probably haven't unpacked, that we don't like talking about, we don't like dealing with, and then we'll start to see that the pipe begins to clear. Now, she said that she's been very vulnerable, and I appreciate that. That's growth, right? But until we unpack that pipe blockage earlier on, we're going to find that very little water trickles through. And then we're in the same position again, saying, I don't know why, I just don't get it, why this situation's happening. Just my honest advice.
I just don't. I just cannot believe this is actually happening. I was so excited to talk to you. I was like looking forward to it to entire day, and I was not expecting this.
Like literally, there's nothing bad about you that I can say. I've just had stronger connections with other people.
It's just her.
Now, she says it obviously sucks. And this is where I think is quite interesting, because once she then says this, at the end of it, that's when she goes into say, you know, do you want to have a great day with your peoples? Have a great day, sir, and then have a great day with your peoples. And, you know, the term sir here in this instance, I could tell she was really hurt, man. You know what I mean? I could tell that she was feeling some pain, you know, in the chest. You know, and look, being rejected is never easy. Never, ever easy. Listen to this. Hold on.
You have a great rest of your day, sir, with your people. It does make me wonder, will I ever find love?
She said, have a great day, sir, and with your people. The choice words here are sir and your people, when really and truly it's connections, and it is Izzy. You have a great day, Izzy. The moment that she got rejected, look what she did. She changed it from personal and made it now general. You have a great day, sir. It's not actually an term endearment. It really isn't. And it's not a respectful term in this context. And then to drop the, you know, with your peoples. It's again, it's almost like go and have fun with your boys, kind of tone, like in energy, right? And what that usually indicates is the person's really, really hurt, but also not in that, person's a little bit bitter. And in that space, when you're a little bit bitter, there's often root cause for why you're bitter in that moment. It's not a bitterness that's happening now. Because that's hurt, that's pain, that's real. But bitterness is because there was something else that's happened, some level of unforgiveness, some level of pain, something that hasn't been resolved, and it's coming back up again, and it's making you bitter. That's why that last sentence was, for me, I was like, oh, it's not much. Trust me, it's not much. It's not a big amount. To me, it's even like, I'm looking at it and going, I don't want to say that because it's not a big deal what she just said. But I'm deep in that going, whenever I say it's not a big deal, I start to realize later on in the show, someone shows me the person's mad. So I'm going to follow my instincts. Something about that ending didn't sit well with me. Dropping the people and the sir wasn't for me. Right? So we're going to leave it there. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see in the next few episodes. We got a live on Sunday night. So make sure you tune in on that 8 p.m. EST, which is 8 p.m. 8 p.m. GMT, which is UK time, which is 3 p.m. EST your time. Make sure you guys subscribe, but also leave a comment down below. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm not seeing it straight. Maybe I'm not seeing it correctly. Let me know down below. Do you agree with my assessment, or do you see something different?